Hello sir, my name is Batrisha binti Darwis.
My name is Kevin Yaniko.
So today we'll be presenting about assignment 1. So we will present the strategies for attracting and retaining top talent in the global market for this subject. So global talent management is increasingly important as organizations compete for securing skilled employees worldwide. So this assignment is focusing on the analysis that based on 2 journals. There is one focuses on the knowledge-based industry like technology and finance, and the other one focus on the multiple industries and strategies for talent acquisition in competitive markets. So as we know that global talent management is not only about recruitment, but it's also about sustainable for high performing and also culturally aware workforce that aligns with the business goal to drive innovation, to enhance competitiveness. So the first journal focuses on the knowledge economy. So the key points in the journal, the highlights includes high competition for talent, compensation pressure, and also weak employer branding and organizational culture. So the journal finds that talent is a key driver of innovation and also organizational success, especially in a knowledge-based economy where specialized skilled employees are highly valued. So it also argues that organization must adopt proactive and also strategic talent management approaches, including modern recruitment methods and also strong employer positioning to remain competitive. So this is closely related to the issue of high competition for talent, where companies competing with each other intensely to attract those desired employees. So next is compensation pressure. So in this journal, it emphasized on the competitiveness of compensation package as it is a critical factor in attracting and also retaining people. Because we know in order to stay appealing to employees, the companies must match their compensation packages with what market demands already provide. And also it could attract the interest of potential candidates or desired employees to work with them even more. Next is weak employer branding and also organizational culture. So in this journal, it highlights about the significance of excellent employer branding and a favorable corporate culture that foster creativity, innovative, open work communication, also teamwork in influencing candidates' opinion. This is like for example, as we know, Google is a well-known company for its inclusivity, for its open communication environment. So it could attract potential candidates or talent for working with them.
So the second journal is also related to the first journal, where the key findings for the first one will be compensation and benefits. So compensation and benefits remain the most influential factors in candidate decision, as the journal studies ran a survey. Employees will be looking and focusing more on what the company is willing to offer in salary wise and benefit wise. So the more higher the salary is, the more benefits that you provide compared to your competitive, that's where you manage to attract more talent and highly talented individuals. The second one will be employer reputation and candidate experience. So this talks about how experience matters has to be smooth and transparent as recruitment process improve in engagement. So during the recruitment process, organization has to make sure that it is transparent and smooth, where they do get back to their candidates, they do give updates instead of ghosting them, instead of going silence. So it's very important to keep the candidate up to date even though you're not securing or you're not giving that position to them. So it is important to ensure that each organization has to ensure a very smooth and transparent recruitment process, as even though you're not hiring that candidate, the candidate will be speaking about their experiences on the organization, and that could create or ruin the organization's image. So the third point will be data-driven hiring methods, where this method is where the organization has to try to implement or practice using AI, analytics, or social media to increase efficiency and also to align recruitment with organizational strategy. It's important to ensure that the recruitment is aligned with the organizational strategy, as by hiring candidates, taking in more talented candidates is to ensure that the organization is working their way to achieve the objectives. So by using all of these AI, data analytics, social media to help to promote the organizations to reach a wider pool of talents and to attract more talents to be focusing and to be wanting to join their company. So by using this technology or software that may help with the recruitment process, it helps us to eliminate the old tradition way, which is not being used or encouraged to be used in the modern era right now. As manual screening and institution-based interview are no longer practiced these days, as it is unreliable. So by using the tradition way, it's only going to make the company hire the wrong candidates that does not support their company vision, mission, or the skills or abilities that the company needs to possess.
So now we are moving on to the lessons from the article. So we combine these two journals and find what lessons can we get from the journals. So the first one is compensation and benefits are the critical motivators. So it means that when competitive pay and meaningful benefits are being combined together, like for example flexible schedules and also professional development are essential for retention. And next is employer branding and culture. So positive culture and also strong branding attract talent. Employee considers cultural fit like organizational values when choosing employers when companies. So they see this as their first interest in the particular company. And lastly is talent as strategic asset. So skilled employees drive innovation and also productivity to the company. So talent management must be proactive and align with the long-term business goals.
So moving on to the recommendations. So there are 3 recommendations that we recommended. So the 3 practical strategies that we recommended is the first one would be strengthen employee value proposition. So communicating unique benefits, promoting career growth, culture, this add a purpose to the organization to differentiate themselves from their competitors, and it also improve the organization culture and also help them to retain their employees. How to do so is by maybe the organization could do a company survey with the employees, to run a survey to ensure and ask whether the employee are satisfied with the situation in the company. Are they happy with the benefits? Is there things that they should change or add? So by understanding where and how the employees feel within the organization, it helps them to understand what they need to improve. Second one would be to leverage flexible and work arrangement, as Batrisha mentioned in the lesson learned. So this is also linked to our journal. So by including remote working style, hybrid or freelancing options to expand the talent pool and to meet modern candidates' expectation. So by promoting those various type of work style, why it matters is because there is a high competition for talent these days. So when company wants to win or they need to widen their talent pool, by implementing or by practicing flexibility, it also matches with what the modern style employee wants, especially to balance out our work life. But yeah, as an example, by allowing remote or hybrid work, companies can hire more talent from different locations and also attract more candidates, as ever since the COVID-19, many employees do prefer a balance of work from home and going to the office. So the last point would be promoting culture to differentiate the organization. So this is by encouraging organization to focus more on showing their company's value, work environment, and how employees are treated. This help them with their branding and also help candidates to do their research, to run their research, to understand what kind of company culture does this organization practice, so they know which culture, what type of style that they are willing to work with. So this also help the HR or the organization to attract the proper employees to join their company. So this is important as candidates not only look at the salary, but they also care about the culture, values, and the employee experience. A strong culture helps companies to stand out a lot as they create a good reputation and a good name and a good environment where they will attract more people to join them, more people wanting to join their company, and it also set them aside different from their competitors. So for example, an organization that shares employee experiences, achievement or workplace activities on social media to attract candidates who fit their cultures, or maybe they allow their employees to share their experience at Glassdoor. This help candidates to understand what they are putting themselves through. In conclusion, we can learn that how important global talent management is in these days, how to retain employees, how to attract candidates. So that is all from us, sir.
Thank you.